Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
I don't know what to say.
What do you mean you don't know what to say?
I don't know.
Hi. Some says hi.
Hello, some Sav.
I heard something about like it being National.
Popcorn Day?
Yes.
Popcorn Day. It's National Popcorn Day. I heard that too. We should make popcorn after this.
No, I'm making dinner after this.
I'm gonna make popcorn.
Okay.
You can make dinner. So, I will send the Discord invite to everybody. And then the YouTube one too. YouTube one too. Follow us on YouTube, guys.
Okay.
Okay. So, should we just start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So today, we will be making coasters from a tree log.
From a tree log.
Yes.
Okay.
From a tree.
What's this?
That's sandpaper
Oh, okay.
to sand down your tree log.
It was like, this looks like, these are really thin coasters, but I get it now. Okay.
Okay.
So a tree log.
Yes.
So you have to cut down the tree?
No, we just had extra logs lying around
Okay.
from last summer when we had bonfires.
Okay. That's cool. So how big do the logs need to be?
Big enough to put a drink on. Big enough for a coaster? I don't know. However big you want it to be.
Okay.
If you have a big drink, you probably need a bigger one.
I think that like coasters are generally like a certain size. I guess maybe not, because some of them are square and some of them are rectangular. Some of them can be like different
Rounded.
sizes or whatever.
Yes.
I've seen like science slides and glass ones and actually paper ones and knitted ones and
I don't think paper would hold up very well.
and
Like if
yet
you have condensation or something
I'm
coming
pretty
down.
sure like most restaurants have paper coasters, right?
I don't know. I wonder how often they have to get rid of them.
It's been so long since we've been in a restaurant with everything being closed. I don't know that I
don't
know
know.
either.
They might. I have not been to a restaurant in a very long time.
Yeah.
Months.
Months.
So,
Okay.
you have to start by cutting your log down to size
Okay, how do you cut a log?
with a saw.
Any particular kind of saw?
I think it just depends on what you have. Like, there's different types of saws. Like, I don't personally have a chainsaw. That would have been a lot easier to cut with.
Okay, so you can chainsaw little circle things.
Chainsaw. Yes. Circle out of your log.
All right, let's cut us a log. So, are you just stabilizing here with your foot?
Yes, because I'm not taking off Put it on.
Okay. All right, so what do we got?
We have this coaster size. Well, it's kind of big for a coaster. It's
Okay.
like,
That is kind of a big, thick coaster. It's definitely not going to drip anything.
that's okay.
Okay.
It's better to not drip.
Okay.
It's the whole point of them.
So, you got one, or
Yes.
how many of them are we doing?
As many, up to 6.
Up to 6.
Up to 6.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't do that.
Okay, what's the first step?
Okay. So, first step, probably sand your log with sandpaper. So we have 80 grit sandpaper. It's the coarser sandpaper.
80?
Yes.
Okay,
Should
so
be the top one.
80 grit.
This one, I don't know. I think you're supposed to use first. I don't know. I've never sanded anything.
Okay. And put like a,
Bag.
you can get like a drop cloth or a tablecloth or like some people have like a plastic drop or something that you can paint on or whatever. Or since this is a do-it-yourself type of a thing, you can use bags from the store to try to keep your table or whatever you're working on clean.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so now you just rub it on there.
Okay.
Until it's smooth enough to paint on, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know.
Is there a secret?
I don't know. I guess you have to learn as you go.
So how do I know when it's done?
It's smoother.
Are you just sanding the one side?
Probably.
This is gonna take a while.
Yes.
Oh no, maybe not. It's like smoothing out. I see that. I think this is meant to use inside a sanding device.
Yes, but I don't have those. So we're doing it by hand, guys. That's the point.
Okay. So where do you get sandpaper?
I got this sandpaper at Target, but you can get it at like Home Depot and stuff too. Or like any hardware store probably.
Like a hardware store, okay. I don't know if we have any, some staff says how smooth is smooth enough to paint stuff.
I don't know. Until it feels like you can paint it, I guess.
Also, some staff believes that the bigger the coaster, the less it drips.
That's true.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
I think it's probably okay.
I don't know. I got some big lines in mine still yet.
That's probably from how I saw
So
it.
I don't know if we have anybody on from the UK right now or not. How many people who are watching have like actual trees in or around their house or neighborhood?
I have
let's
a tree
say-
in my backyard. A big tree.
Let's say that I live in the city and there aren't trees or there are laws that prevent me from cutting them down. How do I get a hold of like a log piece?
I know a lot of hardware stores, like closer to the winter and sometimes in the summer have them. Because people have like fires and stuff.
Like logs, whole logs, or just like chunks of logs?
I think it depends on the store.
So if you look around this time of the year, you can find stores that just sell them.
Probably.
Okay. So I'm making a nice little mess of stuff in my little baggie here. So that's cool.
At least it's in the bag and not on the floor.
Okay, so am I supposed to have like lines or grooves, or is it supposed to be completely smooth?
I think lines and grooves are fine because this has been sitting outside for a while. It might just be the natural wood.
Okay.
Okay.
So why do I need different kinds of sandpaper?
They do different things. So like this one, you're supposed to use first because it smooths the bigger things.
Okay.
And then like as you get to the smaller things, you can use finer sandpaper that does less. It just smooths out more little things. The smaller sandpaper.
Okay.
I didn't think about this. Do we have
So
keys
are we
or
sanding
something?
both sides or just the one side?
I think just the one side is probably fine because we're only painting one side.
No, I don't have a key. What's the key for?
To open this. Oh wait, I have scissors. Never mind. Maybe don't dip your scissors in glue, but that's okay.
Right. Glad I didn't give you my key. So am I supposed to sand around the outside too?
If you want to. Okay, well, this is messy. Okay. I'm gonna pour a little bit of this into here. And start.
So what are you pouring?
So this is Mod Podge. And it's...
Mod Podge?
Yes. MODPODGE. And it helps seal things.
Okay, seal things. It looks just like regular glue.
It does. It looks like glue. I guess it could be regular glue and they're just fooling us. But I guess we'll never know. Unless we talk to the creators.
Semsev says she saw Mod Podge in the store yesterday.
What store were you at yesterday? Hardware store or like a normal store?
Walmart. Could be anything.
Walmart. So they have like everything there. It was probably in like the paint aisle.
Okay, so you're painting the whole outside of it?
The whole top layer type side of it.
Okay. And why would we paint the whole outside?
Just to seal it so that if you do put drinks and stuff on it, it doesn't get like it doesn't weather with the water and stuff that goes on it.
Okay. So you're using like a sponge brush, any kind of particular brush, and I'm supposed to use special for it?
I don't think so, but these are, I think the sponge brushes are recommended to do this with.
Okay. And how much are sponge brushes?
Well, I got a pack of 8 for, I think, like $3 or $4.
Okay, that's not bad to have.
So they weren't that expensive.
Like put it inside like a crafting thing?
Yeah.
So let's say I didn't have, or somebody watching doesn't have a sponge brush. What could they use? What could they possibly use from their house to put this on there?
If you have a normal paintbrush, you can probably use a normal paintbrush. Or if you want to actually do it yourself, just use your fingers. That might be messy though, but you probably could.
See, I'm thinking that like most people like rotate their toothbrushes every like couple of months. You could probably use like a toothbrush, I would think.
Might be able to use a toothbrush. We should try that on the show. Not today. Maybe a different time. I do not have a toothbrush handy.
I'm pretty sure that you're going to want to use a toothbrush that you don't use anymore.
Yes, probably an old toothbrush.
Or a toothbrush of a sibling that you're struggling with.
That you do not like. Okay.
I hope I'm not like, oh, yay, my face isn't on here. Because I hope I'm not like making funny faces while I'm like sanding this. Like where you're like, yeah. Okay, so you sealed yours. You have to let it dry?
Yes. I don't know how long this is supposed to dry. Don't shake. Oh, so don't shake this if you get it, guys. We didn't, so that's okay.
Okay.
Clean up with with soap and water. Probably should have done this yesterday. You're supposed to let it dry at least 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
So maybe we should get the other ones out.
So what happens when you get like extra on the side? Like I'll hold this up. So you got like some extra drooling off the side there?
It probably won't hurt it. I think it dries clear, so you won't see it. Probably.
So it's okay to leave like it hanging off the side like that?
Probably, but I'll fix it just because then it will blend in.
Okay. Why don't you cut another log and then you can start sanding another one and we'll do a couple of them while that one's drying.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sanding away. Let me just cut another one off here.
Okay. We have another one, guys.
Okay.
This one is kind of messed up. I'm going to break off the little pieces that are.
Okay. I'm sanding the whole thing. I'm sanding the outside and the bottom and everything on mine.
Yes. You can do that. You can do whatever you want. They're yours to do whatever with. So. Okay.
So like one time I was like younger and I was trying to fix a hole in the drywall. And I put the little patch on it and I put that was like a kind of a goopy compound over it, and then you're supposed to sand it like smooth and then paint over it, and I skimped on the sanding, and then there was like this noticeable like square shape when we were when you could come in, and it was like right there in the front of the house. So now I like take extra time to make sure it's like sanded all nice.
Because you messed up the one time.
Because I messed up the one time. Now, I guess when you're putting it on, if you're just painting it and putting the bottom of it on, or if you're putting it, your glass on top of it, it's probably not going to do much with your glass. But like, if it's not like nice and smooth, it could scratch up like a nice looking table or coffee table, and you don't want that to happen. Has anyone watching ever made a coaster before? Welcome to the show. Have this too. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. And
Welcome.
Another TV viewer beats everybody, like every single time. So welcome back to the show. On Thursday's show, we decided to go ahead and welcome everybody that started following us. And so while we're standing here, I'll give a shout out to, let's see here, in the last couple of days, we had Mystical Magical, Jagged Little Pill, welcome to the show. Ready for the Fight, welcome to the show. One Optimal Shot. Frankenfurter is a really cool name. Welcome to the show. Columbia Cole and Let's Go Boss Mode and FPS Only. We're glad that you guys started following us if you're watching it here. So, out of curiosity, anybody watching need any coasters? Do you use coasters?
I do sometimes. I try to, because otherwise you kind of like ruin tables. The water gets in there.
How often do you think, like on a percentage wise, that you would use a coaster versus not using one?
Probably like 50%.
So using a coaster at like the dinner table, or just when you're not at the dinner table?
When I'm not at the dinner table. So like if I'm sitting in the living room on the floor or something and I put a drink on the coffee table, I try to use a coaster.
Okay. And why does somebody use coasters? Why would you use a coaster?
To avoid getting water and stuff on your table. Because otherwise, if the water gets in like the paint and stuff on your table, you can ruin the table because it can get under it and then like make it all bubbly and gross.
Okay. I noticed that neither of us can talk and sand at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying not to be too loud because then I have to like talk really loud to talk over the sanding.
Okay, I think this is nice and smooth. Okay.
I'll do the other sides later because that's going to take a while.
Okay. So if we do the craft, can you like paint the side or whatever and then come back and do more sanding on something else, or does everything get like sealed and it's best to do it all in one shot?
I feel like if you're trying to seal the whole thing, you should probably do the sides and the top first and
Okay.
let it dry before you flip it over.
Okay.
Because otherwise it might get stuck on whatever you're letting it dry on.
Okay. So, have you ever made a coaster before?
No. I saw them online and I thought they were cool.
Okay. I can honestly say that this is the first time I've made a coaster. I've
fun.
made a lot of things, you know, and I did like a pottery class like a long, long time ago. And I made kind of a deformed looking turtle thing. And
Was it for school or did you just do
it
it
was
like
school.
out of?
Yeah, no, it was school. It was school. There is a place down the road from us here that does like a come in and do your own pottery type of a thing.
That'd be fun.
Just like the next town over, or they used to be there. I guess I don't know if they're still around with COVID or if they're open because of COVID. But it's kind of neat.
I know some pottery places have been doing like to-go ones where you can do it at home.
Yeah, I saw a pottery to go advertisement where they give you this stuff and you go home and do it.
I don't know how that would work though, because if you have to have like that pottery wheel to turn it and stuff, I don't think most people have those at their houses.
It might be they get that for you and just give you the rest of it, or I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they give you it already made and you paint it and then bring it back so they can fire it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. I think I just got an alert that I received a delivery. Okay. So I've only been using the heavy grit. Should I change at some point?
Probably. I feel like you're gonna run out of heavy grit before you get to your next one. I don't have any more. I have like glue coming off of my finger and I thought like I was cutting myself or something.
Yeah.
And it was just the glue peeling.
So, no one replied on whether or not they have coasters. Does anybody out there watching the show have coasters at home that you use on a regular basis?
Maybe we
Everyone's
should
glad.
send a message. Maybe Sumsav's drawing again. She's drawing last week, I think.
No, it's okay. The world may never know.
Or Sumsav was playing Among Us.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm good now. I'm happy with my sanding.
You sanded a lot. I'm glad I brought the extra bag down here somewhere.
Yeah. So,
oh, Sumsav is actually watching Little House on the Prairie today. I like Little House on the Prairie. It's a pretty good TV show.
yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to seal. I'm running a little behind you. So I'm going to seal.
It's okay, I took longer for this one so you could catch up.
I just dip it straight into here and then
You
cover
can.
it. Yeah, so this does. It kind of looks just like, I don't know if anybody can see this or not, but it looks just like Elmer's glue.
Yeah. I really don't know what the difference is. Maybe we should Google it. Oh man, I didn't peel this side. Ah.
Okay. So, getting back to the Discord, we have a Discord channel that you are all welcome to join. We do a lot of fun stuff on there. Usually, there's just general chat. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can go on and post whatever. We have like a memes if you're just looking for a place to laugh or post funny stuff. And then occasionally we do like Friday night movies. We'll do game nights.
Yeah.
We've been planning an Among Us type of game thing, and there is I hear that there's a Dungeons and Dragons thing, I think, in the works. So
We have a
that's
lot of
pretty
fun on
cool.
there.
Yeah, we do have a lot of fun. So if you want to join there. Some people watch this on like their big screen TV or whatever at home, and YouTube is just easier to work with. So if you'd rather watch the show or watch reruns of the show on YouTube, here's a link to our YouTube channel. You can like and subscribe us there. We would appreciate it.
There's like sawdust in the air. A lot of sawdust.
Okay. Okay.
I think I'm done with mine.
Okay. So, I don't think you want to be sanding it right next to where your other thing is drying.
Yeah, probably not, because now there's like sawdust all over there. But I didn't have anywhere else to put it. I probably should have grabbed like 4 bags, so we could have one for already done.
Okay.
Wait. It's kind of just brushing off, and I'll just put another coat on, I guess.
So, I'm going to actually put this way so everybody can see it. Okay, so we let it dry. And then, what's the next step?
Well, after we let it dry, we're going to paint it.
Okay.
Whatever you want to paint, you can paint.
Okay.
So we have, I think, 6 different colors. Oh, man. We have some orange.
Okay. And I got a baby blue. It says lake.
Lake blue.
Okay. Now the paint that I'm holding says acrylic paint. Is there a specific type of paint that we're supposed to get?
I think acrylic paint dries faster. So I got this one so that it would take less time to dry. Because
Okay.
even this, I think, it says to dry for 15 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
I have the color pumpkin.
Okay.
It's a fall color,
It's a fall color. Sounds fun.
but it is the winter. Oh, man. These don't come with, like, little cut or rip here, little marks.
I'm sure that they don't want them to accidentally become unripped during shipping and then like paint goes everywhere.
That would probably be very messy.
Yeah, I'm gonna move
So I
this out
guess
of the way.
that makes sense.
Some
Pumpkin. This is just white.
okay. Okay. So we have these little tray things that I'm just supposed to squirt the paint into here.
Yes.
Okay. And where do I get these trays, or does it matter what you put it on?
I think you could just put it on a paper plate, because...
Okay. And then just it's disposable if you have one?
Yeah, if you have a paper plate, you could just throw those away. These you can wash and reuse. And they are like $2 or $3 at Target, too. So.
Okay.
Oh, man.
hand me one of those other blocks.
What? Oh,
Okay.
numero dos.
So I'm going to start painting. So there's like a variety of brushes. Any particular, like, what do the different brushes do here?
I think it just depends on what you're using the color for. So like the smaller brushes, if you're doing smaller details with one certain color, probably use a smaller brush for that.
Okay.
Because we don't have water down here to clean them off.
Got it.
And then bigger brushes if you're doing bigger things with them.
Okay, so I'm going to put this paint on here, and then after we paint it, we let the paint itself dry for how long?
This says 15 minutes.
Okay, so you cut your circle,
Yes.
and then you put on this Mod
After you sand it.
Podge after you sand it as like a clear coat.
Yes.
And then you let the Mod Podge set for 20 minutes?
It says to let it sit for 20 minutes before painting more.
Okay.
So.
And then after you paint it, you let it sit for another 15 minutes or so.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh man, if this thing even comes off. The plastic is stuck. Oh, I got it. Never mind, it's not stuck anymore. Okay.
So,
I'll paint
I
this
heard
one.
you guys went back to school today.
Yes, we did go back to school.
I know most of the people on our Discord server are still off. Like they're not,
I wish I was still
they're
off.
like home schooling at home or quarantining in place.
Yeah.
And these are like a lot of our friends that are overseas.
Yes. I wish I was still off. It was a long day. I'm like used to sleeping in now. Because when you're at home doing school by yourself at home, you can just do it whenever. As long as it's like turned in by the time you're supposed to turn it in.
Yeah.
And so I've been sleeping in until like 8 or 9 o'clock. And I had to be up at like 5 o'clock. Or, 5 o'clock. I was up at 5 o'clock doing some work, but normally you have to be up at like 6:45 to get ready for school at well, we are there at 7:15, 7:30.
Okay. I think that there's a lot of people that are homeschooling that have to be at school at a specific time anyway. It doesn't matter that they're at home. They actually have classes that,
Yeah.
are at a specific time.
Yes. It depends on your teacher. Like a lot of my teachers had optional classes like you could go to if you wanted to. But a lot of people didn't end up going to them because they wanted to sleep.
Yeah.
I went to a couple of them.
So now that you've done it for a while now, do you feel like schooling or doing it all like online or half online? I mean, do you think it's easier, harder? Do you think you learn more? Or, I mean, what do you think? Like,
I think for me, it depends on the class. 'Cause like some classes, if I'm like really interested in it, it's easy for me to do it online. 'Cause I like that class, so I don't have a problem logging in and doing it.
okay.
But if it's a class I'm not as interested in, I like get distracted and do other things.
Okay. Distracted like how?
Like watching TV or playing a game on my phone instead of doing my schoolwork.
Okay. So being in class, like actually sitting in a desk somewhere, you think you learn more?
Probably.
Maybe we'll do a poll on the Discord when we're done here. Okay.
How about you? Have you ever done classes online?
Actually, the classes that I'm taking right now are online, and they're all online, and they don't have a timed, like meet at a certain time type of a thing. When I first started doing college courses online. I did have classes that met at a specific time, and you had to be there and log on, and the teacher would do a lecture.
Yeah.
And I do like it not being at a specific time better.
Because you could do
Because-
it whenever.
Well, I mean, there are people who are naturally more focused in different parts of the day. You know, some people
Yeah.
are night owls, and some people are really good in the morning. You know, so if you're that type of a person that is, you know, good at getting up in the morning and getting things done, you can focus better. You know, at that time. And then there are people who are better off at night. You know, and it's just, you know, you'd be better off if you can turn in your, you know, if you can get up at 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning and you're like awake and alert at that time, it's better to do it that way. I had like friends when I was in high school that had like a late arrival. And they excelled, you know, just because they're just not the type of person to roll out of bed in the morning.
Yeah.
So I do wake up and I get my coffee thing going, but go ahead.
I'm not good at waking up in the morning. Like, I like sleeping in, but I feel like I do better in the morning when I do get up.
Okay.
Like this morning when I was up really early, I got a lot of stuff done, but I don't normally get up early. I like sleeping.
Yeah. So, I finished my first one here.
Probably should have started this higher.
Yeah, so here is mine. You can see there's my, this is this side up. That way everybody knows which side to put the,
To put the drink on.
a little bit of funny there. And I'll let this dry. So we'll let that sit for like about 15 minutes or so. This is this one, which I already painted and sanded, so I'll come back to it. Any pointers?
It's easier to sand it and do it before painting on it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I just dipped in the wrong paint.
So let's say I'm not an artist
That's okay.
and I'm not a painter and I struggle making stick figures. What can I do to decorate this, like with paint? Like, what are some tips or pointers or cheats that I can do to make this look really, really nice?
Well, it doesn't have to look really nice, and you could just paint it one color if you want to.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Maybe just paint it and like you can mix colors to make it look cool. Like you could do one color color,
Just swirl it together like
Yeah.
a tie-dye type of a thing?
like one color on the top and one color on the bottom. In the middle, they mix. Like red and orange, people do that a lot.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Or red and yellow, and then they mix to make orange in the middle.
Okay. Okay. So start from the outside and then have them mix like in the middle into a fun thing.
Yeah.
Like to give a shout out to Have This Too and Silly Gnome 225. Thanks for joining us. I can see you there. Thanks for watching the show. I don't know what to paint from my other one. I don't know.
This is mine. It says Super Sav. Nobody
Okay.
could take my coaster.
Okay.
I couldn't fit the 03 on there.
Yeah. you
Maybe
should-
just do it in little letters.
So how do you feel about stencils?
I like stencils.
You didn't suggest that.
I guess you could use stencils. Stencils are kind of hard though with paint. They're easier to draw with because paint, if you like paint too hard with the stencil, it like sometimes gets under and then it just messes up the whole stencil. It like if it's like a plastic stencil or like a paper stencil, if it gets under the paper or plastic,
Uh-huh.
it makes it look not as cool as you thought it was going to turn out. I've done that before.
Okay. But if you're putting it light on there.
I
Now
guess-
we're using like acrylic paints, but like what if I were to like spray paint over this after sealing it? Can I do that?
You probably could. I have never tried it. Okay, I fit the 03. You can't really see it. but it's Super Sap 03. I have to paint something on the top because it's kind of empty.
Ooh, my brush does funny right there. Okay. So, so I could possibly spray paint it. Now, is there a particular type of spray paint that would work better for this type of a thing, or?
I think any spray paint would probably work. Spray paint is normally pretty good at staying on anything.
I see, like trains and stuff that go by that people spray painted over, like, you know, it's called graffiti, but it's really an art form.
Yeah.
I've seen some like pretty amazing stuff go by, like while you're waiting at the train station, or waiting at a train red light, or the gates, the train gates. I'll get it out right there sooner or later.
I saw some graffiti people, or some graffiti on a train, and instead of painting over the numbers on the train, they painted around them so you could still tell which train was which.
Okay, that's cool.
It's cool that they thought about that. Like, they didn't paint over it.
Okay.
Okay, I drew a smiley face.
Smiley face is a good one.
Okay, I don't know if this is dry enough. It's probably fine. Okay, I don't know what to do for this one. Maybe do... I guess we have a color that's sort of like blue. I don't have red, though. I guess orange is probably close enough.
Orange is close to red?
It's close enough. I don't have red, so we're going to have to work with what we got.
Okay.
So I'm using the blue paint, and I'm going to go around in a circle, but with like those little bumps on it, and I'm going to see if I can draw my logo. Well, not the full logo, just the big.
So after
stamp.
we're done painting and we let it dry, are we done, or is there another step, or?
You have to seal it one more time, because otherwise your paint might get messed up.
So seal it with the same stuff?
Yes.
Okay, so we let it dry for 15 minutes and then we seal it one more time.
Yes.
Because we're going to run out of time before we have to seal it again.
Oh no.
Okay, so.
Yeah. I guess for the two that we just did, it'll dry for 15 minutes and then we'll do it real quick, and then it won't be dry by the time the show ends, but we can seal it real quick.
Okay.
Okay, I have my sort of outline. Now I need to draw an S on the inside. What color is close enough to white? Oh, we have white. Never mind, guys. We have white.
Okay. So, let's say I can't find any wood anywhere. What can I use instead of, a block of wood?
You could probably use thicker paper. It might not hold up as well.
Okay.
But if you seal it, I guess it might not get to the paper as easy.
So maybe possibly cutting off a piece of cardboard or something else, like
maybe cardboard, like the thicker cardboard, like on boxes you get in the mail.
What about the foam board that we used last week?
That might work. I feel like it could have been waterproof if you seal it.
Okay.
We're using the same paintbrush as we used with the gray because the only brush we have is too big.
Okay. We got about 15 minutes, so I'll put a little bit in here. Oops. Okay, so I have, so we could possibly use like a foam board.
Yes.
Type of a thing.
I feel like the foam board probably would have worked.
Okay.
If we hadn't completely ruined it by cutting it.
Well, I'm thinking like we had like some extras on the edges.
Yeah.
We might be able to.
Okay. Now.
Go back and.
Orange.
And use that.
Pumpkin.
A little bit left over from the.
The pumpkin, is like goopy. shook it earlier, so I don't know why it's goopy, but okay. I'm gonna move
Okay.
this.
So, you just let it dry after you seal it, and then there's nothing else. I don't have to heat it up or let
No.
it sit in
It should be
the
fine after you
sun
seal
or
it. Okay.
anything like that.
Okay. So I have to be careful not to mix the blue and orange, because I don't think blue and orange are a very good combination. Don't they make brown? I don't know what blue and orange make.
It's been a long time since I've been in any art class.
I haven't taken an art class in, I think,
You've seen
couple of years.
Dyer on the show. His sister is really big into art. I'm sure she would be able to tell us.
yeah.
So,
I don't think she's on the show though.
so let's getting back to this project. How long do you think it would take to make like 6 of these? Or like 5? I guess the average table setting is like 5.
I mean, if you have them already cut, probably about an hour, because I've done almost 3 in about an hour. You might want to seal it real quick. Just do all 3 at once, and then while you're setting up for everything else.
So it's possible
Let
that
it
if I
dry.
were making this or making a custom one, I could probably do it and have it done by tomorrow then.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, Valentine's Day is coming up. You know, I don't know if you make stuff for your mom or dad, I guess in this case, or I don't know if a significant other would want a coaster for Valentine's Day, but like a coaster with chocolate, maybe.
Made out of chocolate. You hand make it yourself. You carve it.
Yeah.
That would be fun. I would eat that coaster.
Okay. So,
Okay. I don't want too much weight.
it's like a lot of downtime here. I'm trying to think of something I can add.
Yeah.
Pointers, tips.
Definitely seal it. I think the paint has been going on easier with the one that I sealed than with the one that I did not seal before painting it. Make sure you have time before you start it, because it took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to take.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Make sure you have enough for your whole family, because they're pretty cool.
Okay. So this is like a good craft, like maybe everybody can do their own.
Yes.
Okay.
You can all have your own personalized.
Well, I like the idea about the coaster because there are more people sitting at home. You know, there are more people that are doing things at home. And, you know, as people venture out, you know, you have like your neighbors that you've been quarantining with, or friends down the, and when I say neighbors, I mean like people who live in your hometown.
Yeah.
That can come over and possibly, you know, have tea or watch a movie or something.
Yeah.
And if you're watching more movies and spending more time at home, I can see where you'd venture, you know, outside of the typical dining room area or the wherever you'd normally eat.
And you can have your own little coasters
have
for
a
your tea
coaster
party.
to-
It worked.
Yeah, to keep it nice.
I mean, it's orange. It's not red, but
Oh no, that looks nice.
I think it turned out pretty good.
Yep. Okay. We have about 10 minutes, unless you want to close early. Anything you want to say?
I don't know.
I'll zoom us out here.
I'm going to seal this. Oh no, it's kind of wet still. I kind of put a little too much paint on the eyeballs for my smiley face.
Okay. Hand me your blue.
Which blue? This
Just hand me the whole thing.
blue.
Yeah, and actually, if you've already dipped one in blue, I'll take that too.
Blue.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Anything?
I
Anything to
don't
add?
think we have anything else really to add. We're just finishing up painting, so.
So we're gonna paint. We're gonna do
Yep.
so. How much do like each individual color of paint cost?
They were like 99 cents, I think.
So about $1.
Some of them were $1 and the other ones were 99 cents. I don't know which ones are which.
So if you have like 5 colors, that'd be about $5. And how many coasters do you think you could paint with, like, you know, the colors that we got?
Probably like a lot. Maybe like 20, depending on how much of the color you use. If it's like a favorite color, maybe only like 10.
Okay, so quite a few coasters then.
Yeah.
So you can do like a whole project and like $5 worth of paint if you don't have paint at home.
Yes. If you don't have paint, they also have paint sets that you can buy that were like cheaper. They were like $3 for like 5 of them.
Okay.
So you could do that too, and then you have even more paints for the same price.
Okay. Okay.
And then the wood we just got at home, so
Okay. So possibly you can use the foam board like what we used in the last show
yes.
to make one, or a heavy duty construction paper if you don't have the
Probably
wood.
heavy duty, yeah.
Yeah, because I think that it's good to have something that you don't have to like go out and buy
Yeah.
everything.
Or if you do have a tree in your backyard and it's getting pretty old, just cut off some branches.
Okay. Can you do it just cutting off a branch?
You could probably, if it's a thick enough branch, probably, yes.
Alright.
This branch was pretty big. It's like the size of my face.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
I think that's it for the show.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for watching. We have a show coming up this coming Thursday at the same time, 4 o'clock Central. And if you can join us there, we talk about good news for most of the hour. Sometimes we have a few extra things in there. We've got some other things planning in the coming weeks as the show. As we move into the year, we're upgrading the studio and upgrading the way we broadcast. So a lot of neat surprises coming up. We do have. We already did a giveaway this year, and we have like 2 more in the works in the near future. So thanks for watching, and we hope that you enjoyed the show. We look forward to seeing you on Thursday. Bye.